Hey, 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 it's Dr. Meredith Watson, the unapologetic therapist, the creator of the Phoenix Therapy Method. I decided to talk about the art of receiving and results. And I'm coming out of the closet about the kind of woman that doesn't apologize for being this type of woman. I've learned more so over the last few days there are some hateful, gross, dark-minded people all around us. They just lurk no matter where you go. And I decided that we can either let them infiltrate our lives and rob us of our joy, or we can rise above and keep living out our mission. I'm choosing the latter. I'm going to just not absolve, but I'm going to forget that they exist and just release them because I refuse to have my joy robbed. I've had that already and I'm not doing it anymore. I spent 4 decades in a box created by other people who forgot to leave air holes. I suffocated. I shrank. I did everything to obtain love, acceptance, validation, belonging. And I did all of that and I thought it would work. I thought if I just shrank a little more, did a little more, went a little to the left, went a little to the right, it would all pan out for right. And all that happened was I ended up well below 40, having 2 heart attacks in 16 months. And there was no medical predisposition. I was healthy, I was eating right, I was active. And I realized, to be honest, that all I was really doing was killing myself to make others happy. And I was shrinking so that I could get that at a girl. And a lot of people come at you and they project their anger and their dis-ease with their own life, their anger at where they are onto you. I mean, I'm floored by how many people project their anger onto someone who's done nothing to them, but maybe introduced them to something that they may not have otherwise been introduced to, or said hello in the wrong tone of voice, or maybe people are just mad that other people are happy and they're not, and that's so sad, and I feel really bad for them. I really do. But we can't keep trying to make other people's life better when they don't want to do it themselves. You have to decide one day that you want more and you're going to go after it. There's a story that I tell pretty frequently and I love it. It's about this man who's sitting on the porch and his dog is laying on a nail. The mailman comes by and says, "Sir, your dog is laying on a nail." A couple of days later, he does the same thing. "Sir, your dog is laying on a nail." And the man in the rocking chair says, "When it hurts enough, he'll move." And that's basically how you have to treat other people. You give them the opportunity, they can do with it what they choose. And if they're in enough pain, if they're ready enough to change, they will make that change. But until they're consistently ready to make the effort to make the change, you're wasting your breath. And another thing a lot of people sit around and do is wait for a seat at someone else's table. I challenge you to create your own table. Why do you want a seat at someone else's table when you can be the head of your own table? And I finally decided what I needed, what lit me up, what made my life feel like it was fulfilled. And it was more important to me to have a life that I was fulfilled in than anything else anyone else could say or provide. Excuse me, I realized that my mission in life was to work with passionate women who struggled with codependency and addiction and lack of money and who wanted to be unapologetic and rich and business owners who consistently live life their own way on their own terms because that's how I want to live. And I know I can't be the only one. And it's important to me because I have a daughter who I adore. With every fiber of my being, she is the light of my life. And I wanted to teach her what was possible. I wanted her to know that money is a tool you can use to be philanthropic and to give back and to spoil yourself and the people you love, to do what you want when you want without worry and to live unapologetically and have access to this health care more than enough, just have access to more than enough. And for me, having access to great food and drink because I love food. Food is life. And I know that other people don't want to worry about money either. Money problems are deeply rooted in other problems. And I want people to understand that most, if not all, problems are deeply rooted in unresolved emotions and trauma, which is a direct result of trying to get other people to love, accept you, bring you into their fold, and make you feel like you belong. And pain can be physical, emotional, addiction, psychological, codependency. People worry about whether or not they're going to retire on time, if they can retire at all. I've watched people wake up one morning, their pension is gone. They have no pension. They have no retirement. They have nothing to live on. They're 70 years old. What are they going to do? And it was from a lack of planning and putting all their eggs in one basket. I think that if you have more than one basket, more than one egg, and you have that egg spread throughout several baskets, you have a better chance of surviving the pitfalls that life sometimes throws our way. And you have to decide to play the deck of cards you were given, like you pick that deck. You have to use those lemons that were thrown in your face and make a Boston sour or make a lemon pie or whatever you want. I like Boston sour. And working 40 years to live on 40% of what you made, never really enjoying the fruits of your labor, or God forbid health come and sully your golden years. I don't want that to happen to people. I've watched it happen so many times and it breaks my ever-loving heart. My mission is high and large and big, so my why is equally as large and big. And I have to live a life where I feel like I'm accomplishing my goals and living out my mission. I didn't come here to just sit idly by and just sit there with my hand in my lap. I came to shake the world up and show you what I'm working with, and I want to help other people do the same. So if you are ready to really live a life that you love, like I said, my mission is to work with passion-driven women who are ready to stop people-pleasing, codependency, doing this thing with addiction and all this other garbage, just so you can get love and acceptance and belonging, which, by the way, it's on the inside. It comes from inside. And being rich is not a bad thing. It allows you so many things that you can buy what you want, do what you want, spoil the people you love. And why would you not want a business where you share your passion solutions to people's most deepest desires and problems? And sometimes we never really get to achieve what we desire because life gets in the way. I know you've probably felt like, what do I do now? Life has done its thing, thrown me a bunch of lemons, and you may feel like your life has been turned upside down, or maybe the greatest thing in the world just happened to you and you're freaking out like, where's the other shoe going to drop? What's going to happen now? How's this going to fall out? Just the bottom fall out. And imagine if you just had a mentality or a mindset that you knew that what you had was yours to have and you could have it and the other shoe doesn't have to drop. Imagine that everything you wanted, you're finally getting it, it's finally coming to you. What would that feel like? The next shoe dropping could be you're taking the next step towards getting the life that you want. The shoe dropping against or stepping against the pavement towards you getting what you want. That's another shoe dropping. Why does it have to drop in a negative direction? You have to change your mindset. You really do. You have to get into the mind that what you want is yours to have and you can have it. There's tons of people who had shit happen to them. The Beatles were told they didn't have any music or they didn't have musical talent. Oprah was told she didn't have the face for TV. Susan was told she couldn't sing or she wasn't pretty enough. The woman who wrote, I always say it's Lord of the Rings, but I think it's something else. Anyway, J.K. Rowling, whichever trilogy she wrote, she was poverty-stricken. She was a teacher. She kept going until she achieved her goal. Colonel Sanders was in his 50s before the KFC came about. Abraham Lincoln was really a much older person than you would imagine when he became the president of the United States. People keep going after what they want because they know it, and it's a fire in their bones that they have to let free. And Sylvester Stallone he sold some very valuable products, his dog even, just so he could continue his career. People keep going after what they want when you really want it. There's no excuse. We all have a sad story. We all have shit we had to overcome. The question is, are you going to let that swallow you up, or you're just going to rise above it? And you can. You really can. Now, if you don't want to, if you're afraid, if you're scared, if you're more comfortable in the muck and the mire and the crap and you think you would be happier in having a life that you want, then this video is not for you. I'm not the coach for you. Because I know that life can throw you a lot of crap. But I also know you can rise above it because I've done it. And if I can do it, I know you can. Why not? I'm no better than you. So if you're ready to get real, get rich, stop being codependent, stop addiction, stop being apologetic about your life and your wants, you're ready to retire with ease, build a passion-based, even passive income generating business, check out my digital products, garner my magical, in-depth, high-touch, intuitively captivating support. I have 3 digital products that I created myself that I love, that I adore, that I put my blood, sweat, and tears in. You won't see that when you read it and when you buy it, but I did pour myself into these because I know that there is a way to share my talent with the world and help other people share their talent with the world, and it be a ripple evolutionary effect. So go check out the information in the comments. Like I said, there's the MacBoss 6-figure Mind Map bundle, the MacBoss Success, Wealth, and Zen bundle, and then of course the MacBoss Soul Journey Passive Income Pro bundle. Check out any of them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this where you think it'd be appropriate. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I will see you on the other side.